So 5, the A part, is asking us to take 0.23. Now, if you remember in the first 4 questions, what we were doing is we were always, one of the first steps was multiplying by 100. So we're taking the fractional part, multiplying by 100. Well, 0.23 is a decimal. That's a decimal fraction, we could call it. So the way to turn it to a percent is always to multiply by 100. 0.23, you'll see some people just say, well, just move the decimal over 2 places, and that works because when you multiply by 100, the 2 zeros have the power to move that decimal over. So it's 23%. For the B part, we're given the decimal 0.215. Again, taking a decimal, turning it to a percent is just the process of multiplying by 100. 0.25 times 100 is, the decimal goes 2 places, 21.5. And if you'll do this enough times, use your calculator because it will give you the correct answer, and you'll consistently see it is moving over 2 places to the right. Let's see. 1.09. Again, let's turn it to a percent. Multiply by 100. Decimal goes over twice. 109%. For 6, we're going to change gears a little bit. We're given the percentage, and then we want to find the decimal. So it's basically we're starting on this side of the equal sign, and we're wanting to go back this way to get the decimal. So what's the opposite of multiplying by 100? Since we're going the other direction, we're simply going to divide by 100. So to take 15%, to turn it to a decimal, we have to divide by 100. And that's the process in mathematics. Everything you can do with mathematics, you can undo with mathematics. It's the inverse operation. 15 divided by 100, and you're going to see what it really does is it moves the decimal back 2 more places, the other direction. So 0.15 is our result. B question, we're asked to take 4%, turn it into a decimal. And again, we will divide by 100, which will move the decimal over 2 places, and notice there's no place there, so we have to fill that in with a 0. Use your calculators. It will give you the correct answer and build your confidence. C question, 7.5%. The process is just to plug that in the calculator, divide it by 100, and we'll see that decimal move over 2 places, and we'll have 0.075 as our decimal. So we can take decimals, turn into percents, percents turn into decimals. And these last few problems, 7, 8, and 9, we're going to take percentages and turn them directly back into a fraction. Now, the way we would do that, we start off with 20%, is just it's sort of like what we did here. We're going to divide by 100, but instead of just putting in the calculator and getting the decimal, we are going to do this as a reduced fraction. So then what we do is we use our knowledge of factoring what 2 numbers divide into 20 and to 100. Well, I know 2 will go into both of these because these are even numbers. So I divide the top by 2 and I divide the bottom by 2. That gives me 10 over 50. Oops, they're still both even. We can go a little bit further. Actually, 5 goes into both of these. Actually, 10 goes into both of these. Now I see it. Could have done this a little easier, but let's just do it. 10 goes into the top and 10 goes into the bottom. That is 1 in the top. 5 divided by 10 is going to be 5. 1/5 is our reduced fraction. For number 8, we're going to take the similar approach. We've got an 86%. And again, we want to turn it to a reduced fraction. So just the process, we divide by 100. But in this case, since we want a fraction as a result, we're just going to reduce. Well, Again, 6 is an even number, 0 is an even number. So I'm just going to divide the top by 2, divide the bottom by 2. Gets me started. 86 divided by 2 is 43. 100 divided by 2 is 50. And now there's no number, 2 doesn't go into both of those, no even numbers, 10. 5 won't go into both of these, 3 won't go, 4 plus 3 is 7. 7 is not divisible by 3. We're done here. This is our reduced fractional way of writing it. And for 9, let's take a look at one last problem here. We're given 58%, and we want to turn it to a reduced fraction. So again, the process just divided by 100, but this time we want to reduce each part. I can see again that 2 goes into both of these, and 58 divided by 2 is 25 is half of 50, 4 is half of 8, so it's 29, and 100, half of 100 is 50, right? And 29 is a prime number, so we're not going to be able to reduce it anymore. That's our final answer that we'll see there, the fractional form of 58%.